So it is day 34 of my water fast, and today is a different kind of day. I'm on the struggle bus, and I am working through the process to bring myself back into a state of ease and peace and well-being. I'm course correcting. At some point, I took my eyes off of what was important and I became completely discombobulated. Now, yesterday, on my heart, God finally gave me permission to speak life and the confidence to speak life into what I want for the rest of my life. This whole time I've been looking to Him and please give me a purpose, please give me a purpose. And the thing is that He has given this to me all along. He has actually been laying the groundwork for me to do exactly what I want to do with the rest of my life for the past 5 years. I have the experience and the education and the knowledge to teach people how to cleanse and purify their body. And then through right living habits, live through consistent right living habits, live a healthy and vital life. This is what I want to do. This is exactly what I want to do with the rest of my life. And how? Well, God and I are going to work that out. But for right now, what I do know is what you focus all of your time and attention on, that is what builds momentum. And so we are focusing our time and attention on building momentum in the direction of what we want. Now, yesterday I spoke that out loud, and today I have suffered. Today I feel like the enemy is fully on me and I cannot breathe. Today I left work early because I made myself so sick to my stomach. I have never done that. I have never left work early. So I've got to clear it. And I'm going to walk you through my process on how to do that, or on how I do that. So things need to get really quiet for me. So I'm not running to other people, right? We're not turning outward, we're turning inward. And this is an inward process. So this is an inward conversation. So I'm not turning outward for other people to make me feel better. We're going in because the only way out is through. I'm turning to God and I'm having those conversations with God. And we are having that dialogue and we are going to figure this out together. But it will not work. It does not work if you turn to other people for that kind of support. So I haven't been sleeping well either. These last 2 days, there's been a shift. There has definitely been a shift. These last 2 days, I have not slept well, and I know that that is a contributing factor. So I need to get back into routine, and I need to sleep well. So I've called off work tomorrow, and I will do whatever is necessary to align myself with God first, and bring myself fully back into an alignment with peace and ease. It is the most important thing. Do not underestimate the importance of being in alignment with God and at peace and ease within. So tomorrow, we are not even going to touch our project. We are fully going to be with God. We'll be in the Word. We are fully going to be with Him. Now today I mentioned that I left work early. I actually went and grabbed a small bottle of Gavamax. I went to church and cried a bunch. And then it was on healing and the power of healing, and does God heal, and the power of miracles, and are there still miracles, and tell me if that's not the perfect sermon for me to be at right now, right? So I listened, and then afterwards, Pastor CJ says, and I'm going to end this sermon a little bit different. Today, I'm actually going to open the floor up for everyone to stay and pray over things that they have on their hearts that they need to pray for. I stayed for a half an hour and I prayed for a half an hour. It was exactly what I needed. And in fact, all sermon, I was like, I cannot wait to get in my car. I can't wait to get on my knees. I'll go outside into a green pasture and I will just fall to him on my face because I need to be with God and I really need to talk to Him and I need it to be quiet. So I stayed and I prayed So again, just affirmation that I was exactly where I needed to be, and I'm so glad that I followed that small voice that told me that I needed to go, even though I've never left work early, that I needed to be somewhere else. And so I'm really glad that I did that. Excuse me, this time is too important. This time is way too important to mess around. It's too important. You will find that. You will understand when you do this. You will understand that this time is way too important for you not to follow God, to follow that still small voice, to really build that relationship and to trust it. It's too important. So I prayed for 30 minutes afterwards. And then I went and I purchased through Amazon, I went and purchased a roll of paper that I'm going to string up on the wall, and I'm going to start writing my prayers down this list out here in the open, in my wide open spaces. I'm going to throw it up, and I'm going to pray over this list of prayers every day because it needs to be top of mind. What you desire most, your prayers must be top of mind, and they must be prayed over daily. And I have made the mistake of not doing that for this fast. I have been so focused on my project that I have not made a clear list of the things that I fervently want in my life. That changes tomorrow. It's arriving at 10 a.m. I have paid extra for it. I will throw it up on my wall, and my prayers will be top of mind, and that is all I will pray over. Not all I will pray over, but I will pray over these things every day. Every day. It is too important, and I will be on my knees. Now, the time that I have before work, I have struggle bust because I'm running my body ragged. But the thing is that I'm also in a conditioning process, and so I need to be up, and I need to be on my knees in the morning. I must be on my knees in the morning. That cannot be stressed enough. I must be on my knees in the morning. So we are changing that. But on that wall, it's just going to remind me of exactly what I'm working towards. It's going to give me an opportunity to get organized. I will be able to identify and highlight accomplishments that I make in my life. Like, this will be really good. And I've used this method before, and I'm bringing it back. We're bringing it back. Now, other things that have made me anxious. Again, it all starts with not listening to that still small voice. And there are 3 things that are specifically that I have done that in the past week that God has told me that I need to not do. God told me not to take MagMind anymore. MagMind. I've been taking it for a month now, and it served its purpose, I guess, because now I'm not to take it anymore. I ordered it because out of habit and understanding the benefits that I've received from it, I ordered it anyway and then took it once. And I will not take it again. I knew from the moment I ingested it that it was no longer meant to be in my body, and I will not. But it did serve its purpose at the time. He told me to delete a number from someone's phone, and I didn't do it. He told me to delete this person's number. I gave my number to this person like a year ago, and a year ago I remember thinking, you should not have done that. And nothing came of it. But when I saw this person again, it came back to me, you need to delete your number from this person's phone. And I went to this person, I said, hey, I'm being told that I need to actually delete my number from your phone. You should not have my phone number. This person just handed me their phone and said that I could delete it. You've had my number for the past year, and nothing came of it. And I thought, well, I guess it's not hurting anything, and I didn't delete it. I had an opportunity, I did not delete it. It is not for me to understand why. It is for me to listen and develop that relationship of trust. I need to delete it. So the next time I see this person, I will delete. I just didn't. And then the third thing is that I was still hoarding sugar. There was a sugar bowl at work, and I took a ton of candy and just put it away. It's behaviors that are no longer, these behaviors hold, they hold you on to the past. we are moving forward. So the moment that I got home today, I gave it to my neighbor's daughter, and they're like, oh, thank you, we love candy. Great. It's no longer a part of my life. It was just, it's a behavior, and I need to get rid of it. So the things that I am doing right. So we've identified things that makes us anxious, the things that we are not getting right? The things that, and now we're gonna identify what we are doing right, because I think too often we get down on ourselves. So what am I doing correct? What am I doing right? Well, these are all things that I've listened to that still small voice, right? So again, there's a connection here. It's like, what am I not doing right? The things that I didn't listen to the still small voice to do. What am I doing right? The things that I'm listening to the still small voice to do. It's just that simple. It is literally becoming that simple and that clear to me. What am I and what am I not? Listening to the still small voice or not listening to the still small voice. And it's that clear, which is really good news. This is the good news, okay? So what am I doing right? I'm listening to the still small voice that told me to leave work early. I'm gonna give myself props for that. I'm listening to the still small voice that's telling me to take tomorrow off work, to get right with myself and to get right with God, to bring myself back into alignment. I'm listening to that voice. I've never called off work before. Never. 4 years I have been with this organization and I've never called off work. Not once. I've never left work early. Not once. This is too important to not do what you're being led to do. So I'm taking tomorrow off. Food negotiations. I told you that we were using our food list to negotiate food, and we were using the food list to get it out on paper, so it's not here, it's on paper. We just throw it up on the wall in detail. We get real clear on it, and then we can use that food list as a way to negotiate our food choices after we fast, because although I love my food, it's clean, it's the very best of the best food, but it leaves the conversation to be had. How am I going to feed myself moving forward after I end this fast? Well, I have negotiated, we've had that conversation. I have renegotiated my food list. So what else did I do? On my food list, I have added protein drinks. And now that is actually how I'm going to feed myself after I nourish my body back with vital vegetable mineral broths and bone broths, which are collagen rich and mineral rich, very mineral rich. I will consume protein drinks and a supplement routine, which I will walk you through. But we are going to enter into a rebuilding phase, and that's part of it. So that's what I am doing right. And then I'm writing out the building phase supplement. So on my wall, we're gonna have that schedule. It's gonna be top of mind, and then I'm gonna start getting the pricing together and ordering the supplements and just getting my shit together, because this is so important, right? That's what I am doing right. So this is literally the process I'm taking you through. I'm taking the time to walk you through how to reorient yourself towards what matters most. This is the process of working it out, and it's necessary. And anyone who takes on a 40-day fast or a long-term fast will need to do this, and this is part of the process. So I want you to see it raw and real. Even on day 34, it doesn't stop. You have to work at it. You have to work it. You have to do the work. The work doesn't stop. The longer you fast, the more work you uncover that needs to be done. The more you learn, the more you get to benefit from it. But you are always doing the work. That does not get easier. It gets more conscious. You have to be more straightforward. You have to be more committed. Now, for Tanya's question today, do you ease into a fast? Do you jump right in? How do you acclimate into a fast? Do you do it cold turkey? How do you do this? Okay, so I feel like the most important thing to acknowledge here is that there are so many different types of fasts. So many different types of fasts. Each type serves a purpose. I will post videos and we will walk through and I will explain the different types of fasts and how to do them and their purpose. Yes, I will. So for now, I will briefly walk you through an outline of the various fasts I've done leading up to a 40-day fast. And this is literally a high level. So no, you don't go cold turkey. We talked about Junior yesterday. He's like, I'm gonna go do a 30-day fast. I had a friend that last year, can I do a 40-day fast with you? You don't go cold turkey. You must acclimate into it. You must. So what was my process? On a high level, I'll just buzz you through it. I started out with a 1-day fast. I went to 3-day fast. On my 1-day fast, I drank Tizzy's, which is fizz. It's an Arbonne product. It's fizzy, so it's like a tea and it's a fizz. And it's like natural energy and it's an herbal tea, so there's no caffeine in it. And I drank that. Or cocoa moringa, which is kind of like a chocolate drink that's high in fiber and protein. I drank hot ones, and that's how I acclimated into a 1-day fast. And then that moved into 3 days. And then I started making my food list. And so that's a 3-day fast was when I started throwing up on the wall, like all the things that, sounded good to me. So I went from a 1-day fast that's on Tizzy's and cocoa moringa, 3-day fast, same business. It wasn't water, it was like Tizzy. And then I moved into an 11-day mucoid plaque cleanse water fast. So a mucoid plaque cleanse, as I have explained to you, is where it systematically, this is a cleanse, this is an official cleanse that systematically over the period of my first mucoid plaque cleanse was 42 days. Over the period of that time, it not only teaches you, it breaks down that mucoid lining along your alimentary canal and gets rid of all that hardened mucoid plaque that's inside so that your body's not breaking it down and then reabsorbing it and making you feel sick. A mucoid plaque cleanse removes all of that, and then it ends with a 7-day fast. I went 11 days. So I had an 11-day water fast within a 42-day mucoid plaque cleanse. And then I had a 10-day water fast. I had several 10-day water fasts. And then I started to connect with God, right? Clarity of mind and the water fast. And then I had a 17-day water fast. And then I had a 21-day water fast when I was in deep mourning. And then a 40-day mucoid plaque cleanse, another 40-day mucoid plaque cleanse. And then a 7-day mucoid plaque cleanse. And then several juice fasts. And a 27-day water fast. And when I started meditating, and then 2 14-day mucoid plaque cleanse with water fasts. Like they were exclusively water fasts. A 56-day mucoid plaque cleanse, and that was just this past month. So this is over the course of like 4 years. 4 years. I'm doing all of these fasts and I'm practicing these cleanses. And then a 7-day water fast. And then at the beginning of this year, and then a 40-day fast. And then a second 40-day fast. There are so many different types of fasts, and there are so many ways that you can acclimate your body into fasting. But on a high level, this is an outline of the number of cleanses that I have done. Oh, grape cleanses, like grape flush. So I'm drinking grape juice and I'm eating grapes. There are so many different types of cleanses that I have done to lead up and into a 40-day fast. Now, I can get you to a 40-day fast faster, much faster, because I have gone through the process. But this is the process that I went through. And so I can get you there faster. But no, you don't just jump into something like this. No. It takes training. It takes a lot more cleansing. Your body must purify itself before you can tolerate a 40-day fast. Your mind must clear itself before you can tolerate a 40-day fast. So tomorrow, I'm gonna bring in another one of Tanya's questions. We are going to discuss, prior to starting a cleanse, having never done it, how do you feel when you're on a fast? And likewise, what do you do when you don't feel good? When you feel nauseated and want to eat to not feel nauseated? What are your options? This is an excellent question. So tomorrow, we are actually going to discuss the modalities to ease signs of detoxification during a cleanse, including a water fast. Excellent question, Tanya. I can't wait to cover this. There is so much more to come after this fast. We're going to go through it together. For now, please remember to like and subscribe. It is the very best way that you can support me and my mission. And remember, if you have questions, please leave them in the comments below. I will answer them. Of course I will answer them. All questions are important, and this is a community, so let's start a dialogue. Things are getting really interesting. And I want to thank Tanya for her questions. It's really leading us into the end of this fast, and it's really bringing in an extremely important perspective from an outsider coming in who is interested. What are her questions? What are your questions? I want to know. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Please pray for me. We're not through this yet. Namaste.